Hello and welcome to another episode of Chocolate Covered Gaming. I am your not so brilliant host, Hershey, joined today with our oh so brilliant host, Heath. Heath, how you doing today?
Wait, what?
Ex-
That's right. That's a candy bar.
that is a candy bar that some people are going to be like, hey, that's toffee. And no, it's covered in milk chocolate.
And it's like,
Get wrecked.
just,
Are you Googling a Heath bar?
yes, I'm Googling a Heath bar. Oh, it's that one.
Welcome.
I think it's flat. It's from the 1920s. Now I'm depressed.
It's also owned by Hershey since 1996. Boom.
Okay, well, you know what? What are we making today?
So today, our first episode was a monster with our wonderful juice drinking Rodan. Then we went edgy with the class with the
Darkness. Sorry, I'm still kind of clearing my throat.
There we go. Don't worry. But I thought we'd go once again topical, and today I figured we'd go super topical. With
how topical are we talking?
Oh, I'm talking topical. For all of you who want to see into our wonderful bag of tricks, for when we are recording this episode, a certain movie may have just come out the weekend before.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
No, that was terrifying. You know what? For those of you who want to know the exact day, the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer dropped today. If you all saw that monstrosity, which should tell you by Googling when it dropped that Avengers Endgame just came out this weekend.
Oh God!
Brilliant 3-hour-long movie, which is absolutely amazing. We won't spoil anything, but if you haven't seen it, shame on you. Shame on you 1,000.
See, I think I see where this is going, and I made a joke earlier about reality can be. Now I'm very scared.
Oh no, we're not doing that. I don't.
Oh God. Okay, thank you.
That is like that's like 100 episode anniversary celebration.
No, 100 episode anniversary is something with Rodan. I thought.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. Okay, we'll figure it out later. We're not giving away.
This is why we don't plan in advance.
Yeah, you see, we suck at it. So I was thinking, why not do Stormbreaker?
Yeah, sure, okay, yeah.
The badass weapon replacement for Thor, God of Thunder from Asgard, that he uses after things happen to Mjolnir in Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wonderful half axe, half hammer, made with a wonderful wooden handle, and forged from Uru itself, a strongest material ever, and it's just awesome. Honestly, it's just awesome.
And it's just all wiki. It's just all wiki here.
Well, that's just me remembering from the movie. If I want more information, yes,
yes, there's a huge, terrifying wiki. All right, so we're doing Stormbreaker.
We're gonna do Stormbreaker, and before we get to Stormbreaker, I figured I would talk about the one that didn't make it, because it's always a nice little thing to think about those that were lost, and maybe they'll come back later. I was thinking about doing the Sword of Storm. Chris, you know this better than me.
Shaolin Showdown.
God, no.
Oh.
What is that sword from WoW? The one with all the lightning and thunder?
Did somebody say Thunder Fury? Blessed.
How did I know? How did I know you would know it immediately?
Because you can't walk into trade chat and not hear that. So you want to do Thunder Fury?
I wanted to do Thunder Fury, but then I figured that already has so many stats attached to it, actually.
And a huge storyline and a huge just thing.
Exactly, that it would be a little hard to, make our own chocolate-covered version in our own infancy.
As opposed to Stormbreaker.
Hey, Stormbreaker doesn't have statistics.
Well. It's got a kill count.
It does have a kill count. Also, the real thing to think about, too, is I really just wanted to steal the first WoW creation from Chris. Because Chris over here, also known as Heath for this episode, loves WoW. He is a WoW fanboy. For all those of you who don't know what WoW...
don't worry. I'll go into my love, my adoration for WoW's world building in the world building episode eventually.
Oh boy. But
for the
yes,
candy
so
corner.
he loves it. And I thought, oh, what would a friend like me do? If not steal it immediately and make sure he could never have that first slot ever again. Just be that guy on YouTube who screams first whenever he gets the first comment.
Just it's like, hey, guess what? You get the sloppy seconds on WoW artifacts.
Exactly. But I then realized, damn, first off, that's just a dick move, which I would have loved, but it's still just a dick.
We know you already like your traps.
Damn straight, baby. But also it just has so many stats that I felt like, they've really already created it. We can only just do a, transfer. Nah. Now with Stormbreaker, we can make our own creation. We can bring our own being into this world.
With blackjack and hookers.
Damn straight. You know what? Forget the blackjack. Forget Stormbreaker. We're off to Atlanta.
All right, so I'll be honest. I haven't made a lot of magic items. I've made a few here and there, when they have suited like the campaign or suited like the moment. But like actually going into making a magical item, I'll be honest, I'm a bit intimidated. So kind of like with Rodan, but we know how that went. So I'm rubbing my hands as we speak.
Don't worry about it. I'm here. I have made a lot of magical items. A good friend of mine, Barack, who may or may not come onto the podcast at some point. He has a very unique style of DMing, which I really respect. And one of those things is that every character has what he calls a legacy item. And that's basically the idea that their characters come into his game with an item from their past that is already, like a magical item. Usually very rare if we want to put it on the scale of D&D,
Something tied to their backstory?
Something tied to their backstory or their faith or something that, interacts with them well. One of my favorite ones so far is a thing called Broom of the Hearth, which is also for clarification and also background information. Barack's campaign uses the Roman/Greek pantheon.
Ooh.
Yeah, so the Broom of the Hearth was based off the Roman god Hestia, the goddess of the hearth, who believes in connection, family, safety, community, that kind of stuff. So the basic idea of this item was that if you ever use fire damage to, attack an ally or hurt an ally, you could spend a charge to convert half the damage into healing. So basically, half the damage is the right/wrong word. Basically, instead of dealing damage, you would heal for half the damage you would have done.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a lot more different. I'm like, wait. If you're healing...
So instead of it being net neutral, it comes out, you actually heal. So one of the cool things is, we made the item, and basically we gave it to a sorcerer, and he fireballs on top of the fighter, and the fighter gets healed while everyone else gets blown up.
Oof.
It also only has 3 charges, but the really cool thing is at dawn every day, it only has 3 charges. It recharges D3 every day.
Mm-hmm.
But if you recharge it at dawn, there we go. That's how I say those words.
Yes, words. English.
It usually only recharges D3, but if you're by a fireplace or a hearth at morning, it recharges 1 plus D3 to a max of 3.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so you really, play up the, hey, be near the place that your goddess is known for.
No, exactly.
And also, it will get. It's not super strong. It's just, hey, it's a lot easier to recover these because you're taking a prop.
Yeah, it also has a little flavor effect. Allies within 15 feet have advantage on frightened effects. Mm-hmm. So it's just a little bit of like, hey, here's some additional flavors /RP /actually useful stuff. But again, it's nothing like broken. It's just, hey, here's a cool effect. Use it how you wish. And I feel like that's what we should aim for here.
Yeah, it helps you feel iconic. It's your iconic item. It's your, it's the sting to your Bilbo.
Exactly. So now we got to make a weapon that Thor himself would love to wield in battle. Obviously, first things first, we should kind of just get this out the way, as we begin, because I feel like we've already used a lot of our time for our hour just talking about stuff. do we want this to be legendary, just a legendary weapon, or do we want it to be an artifact? And artifacts hold a lot more power behind them in D&D. So basically, how powerful do we want this thing to be? Do we want it to be legendary, a powerful weapon like,
I think legendary is okay. I think when, I personally, when I, DM, I try to reserve artifacts for like something that has a lot of significance in the world. Like, it's like, hey, this is not something that's just going to go on the mantle or be used. This is a historical, mythological artifact that, it has a lot of meaning to it, right?
Yeah.
Which you can do for Stormbreaker, but a lot of the meaning will I think will be tempted to be like, well, you become Thor, you're worthy, and blah blah blah. Marvel, I think by making it legendary, we'll force ourselves to be very creative with, while giving it, all of the nods we'd like to have.
Completely agree. I think that is great. Okay. So, we know we want this to be legendary. That's, let's be honest, still very strong.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, no, I know I said like I want things still gonna kick ass.
Thing's still gonna kick ass. So, off the bat, next thing we gotta think about, the debate that's gonna make many people angry, is a battle or a battle hammer or a mace? Not mace, a maul or a great axe. Like, what size? The weapon is very big, but we see Thor himself using it both one-handed and two, which is what makes me think versatile.
Yeah.
So what weapon do we want to slip this into, just for our initial damage dice?
Definitely some kind of a versatile weapon, I would say. I think part of the fun should be able to be wielding it with one or two-handed, and have that. I always just love versatile weapons because you have that choice. You can pick up a shield if you need it, or get both hands on for bigger damage. Like, I always just love that freedom of choice.
No, I completely agree. So now it is technically both an axe or a hammer, but I think for our own simplicity's sake, we should pick one.
Honestly, I mean, I've seen plenty of weapons in the Dungeon Master's Guide of weapons that are like, well, it could be either this or this. I mean, what's this?
Well, okay, no. Yeah, let's just leave it up to the DM who wants to slip it in straight.
Yeah, let it just say legendary axe / hammer of your choice, whatever, right? I think that's the best way to not get thousands upon thousands of emails saying, how dare you,
You're right, because we already get too many as it is. Oh man,
it's so full. It's so full. We need to do a mailbag.
Oh dear God, don't. No, okay, let's not give them any ideas.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
But yeah, so axe, hammer type thing, I think works fine.
Think axe or hammer. Yeah, we're good. We're good there. Okay, so we know it's going to be 1d8 to 1d10 damage initially.
Of course.
Now we got to think, where do we go from here? Where do we go now? Where do we go?
I think we need to decide what we want this weapon to really excel in. Do we want it to be a nice and glittery fight stick, or do we want it to be something that gives you a bit of utility? Gives you an extra thing to do, right? Or maybe both. But then it's like, if you give both, now you got to account for that. So I think we should really get that out of the way before we just start throwing things on it like a camel, and then realize, wow, this thing is stupid broken.
Yeah, no, we would not want to do that. So what I think we got to really do is, first off, we got to realize that this is Stormbreaker. We got to give our tribute to it. But just like all our beautiful creations, we got to give it that good old chocolate coating. And
it can stop the rain. It's Stormbreaker. It's in the name. It can just lift it and you just clear the weather.
I don't care what we do from now on. That is a guaranteed effect. I don't care what we do from that is going in. What I would. What I was.
Oh, you're getting rained out on your wedding day. Lift axe. hey, look, it's a clear sunny day.
You know, part of me feels like this could break certain campaigns because if your DM's like, "Oh no, there's a typhoon coming," lift.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why it's legendary. I mean,
Yeah. Oh no, you guys are trapped in the snow. Lift act.
I mean, we could just say can clear rain or storm, right?
Yeah, let's leave that general note for now and come back to it. But I love the idea. I feel so. I was gonna say I love Endgame and I love Infinity War. Sadly, Stormbreaker's just kind of a glittery beat stick. It doesn't really,
It's Mjolnir, but more electricity.
and also an axe. It has edge.
I mean, in all honesty, like the way they talk about it in Ragnarok, it's more like a, hey, Thor, you can tap into your powers better. You know, the Stormbreaker itself doesn't really get a lot of attention.
Yeah, it has
You
no
know, it doesn't really-
flavor. And you know what that means?
We got to flavor it ourselves.
Oh, we gotta make all the flavor. We gotta give it that good old 100% cocoa powder. So,
it can break storms.
yes, we already have Stormbreaker, Breaker of Storms first effect, the ability to break storms.
Quite literally.
Literally, just literally, because I feel like, you know, if Thor has learned anything, he has learned something from, you know, Drax, that, you know, you should take everything literally.
Nothing gets past him.
Nothing goes over my head. My reflexes are too quick.
I think when it comes to, you know, this as a weapon and as a magic item, chances are if the player is, you know, the DM is giving it to a player or a player is seeking it out, they want to be Thor. So I think to some extent, they should be able to channel some kind of electricity.
I completely agree. We're going to have to make it a bit of a glittery beat stick, but I don't want that to be the main thing.
No, the main thing is breaking storms.
Yes. However, I do feel like one thing we got to do is that the weapon can be thrown.
Yep.
I'm thinking 60 feet.
That works, yeah.
And bonus action, just call it on back. Just call it on back like the good boy
Easy,
it is.
right
Into your hand. And then, you know, also it's going to have to deal some bonus lightning damage.
Clearly, obviously. So we are working with a D8 or D, you know, somewhere in that range. So what do you think? You know, I'm thinking it's legendary.
It is legendary. But we got to be careful. We're giving it extra effects.
Yeah, we are giving extra effects. D4 to D6.
Nah, here's the thing. Flame Tongue, a, you know, rare weapon. Just a simple, rare, I think rare. Should be rare. Yeah, it's only rare. Does 2d6 extra fire damage when you use it.
You
know, so I'm thinking maybe like, however, its only effect is that it's a really bright torch.
Yeah.
And does 2d6 fire damage when it's lit.
Yeah, we're letting this do a lot more. That's what I'm saying, like D4 to D6.
I'm thinking 2d8.
2d8, okay.
Well, here's the thing. It's legendary. Let's be fair, a lot of legendary weapons just fucking hurt.
Yeah, fair.
And this
once again, like the DM who gives this out with their when they do this.
Yeah, exactly. But it still really hurts. It's still a powerful weapon that most people would be happy to have. You know, it just hurts more. You can break storms, but I feel like we gotta throw in maybe a utility effect, maybe a charge-based system as well. But now here's the thing, though. I really want to say before we continue on, where are we gonna put? Like, here's the thing. If I was a DM, you know, I feel like we can't just let unprepared DMs wield Stormbreaker and will it into their campaigns. No, we got to give them an idea of where to put this bad boy, you know? Where in the world should they drop this brilliant, like, artifact of power?
So, I am a big fan of treating the planes, you know, since we're talking Marvel, I love treating the planes like Marvel Cosmic. You know, when my players hit a certain level, it's like, all right, you guys are going to go play with the big boys in the planes now, right? And I think Plane of Air works. Eternal Sky, Eternal Storm, you know, I think that could work as a place just like where this gets stuck.
Yeah, just it's there. It is a powerful artifact in an air temple. You know, I feel like what could really be cool though is that there's just this giant storm around it constantly.
Except in the eye.
Except in the eye of the storm, because he's always raised. So it's just this giant storm protecting it, but then there's this temple that's just like pristine.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's like there's not a single drop of rain. You go through the storm and you're like, wait, did I just die?
Right? There's just a single statue of a guy raising it over his head.
Oh, is it just right there, or is it a Like, is the whole thing a statue?
I think if you make it through the storm.
Okay, so you literally got to brave the storm, and then it's just there on a statue,
and then you can walk out with it, basically. But let's be fair.
No. Oh no, that if we do Breaker of Storms as an effect, like they can clear the storm.
That's what I mean. They can just walk out.
Yeah, walk out with it and be like, oh, nice.
But this is the thing, though. This storm has got to be like you driving through, the Midwest, just getting hail,
through Tornado Alley,
hail,
double
lightning,
funnel tornado,
thunder. Just this storm is like trying to wreck you, and you know it's gonna wreck you.
This thing shall be noted that this storm is serious shit.
Exactly. Just
like going to get hit with 1.21 gigawatts of pure fuck you.
Exactly. You just you approach it and then you just get boo. And you're like, what? And then you just see a sign that says careful storm as it flies away.
Alongside a cow.
Alongside a witch on a bicycle.
Alongside a very concerned looking human girl and her pet dog.
And then finally followed by just a dragon who's kind of like, well, I'm here now, I guess.
So, he's reading the newspaper.
He's just giving up. The dragon's just like, yep, I'll get out of this. I'm going to live through this. I'm not sure about you. I'll make it.
All right, so I think that's a nice, location. Like, it's not the temple itself that's the issue. If anything, we can almost call it like a shrine, almost.
It's more so a shrine. It's just someone was like, no one can have this, and then summoned a giant tornado storm around it. And then either...
air elementals, give it,
exactly
attention.
And either was kind enough to make it so that the shrine protected itself with the Stormbreaker effect, or... just forgot about it.
Yeah, no, I think that really builds up. Not only is it like a legend. I always look back to the Master Sword. Just it on its pedestal is a very iconic scene, and I think in some ways this helps channel that feeling of this weapon. In this environment, what it is. You know what you're in for when you've made it this far to see, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I like Air Shrine with In the Eye of the Storm with air elementals acting.
Yeah, now you see, I started that trying to think of something funny, and then we just made something awesome, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, we should do that more often.
What? No, that's not the point of this show. This is an improv show. Okay.
You heard it here first, maybe.
So we currently have a 1d8 versatile to 1d10 weapon that is either a hammer or an axe, and it is deals 2d8 lightning damage on a hit, and has the Stormbreaker effect. Now, what little cherry on top do we want to give this bad boy? Because I'm feeling like we got a really powerful effect going on here. What cherry do we want to add?
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. People want to be the Thor. What does Thor do? He calls lightning.
I figure this is gonna. Are we just gonna give them charges of call lightning?
No. See, I think one of the things we can do. Let's say I'm throwing out a random number: 3 charges to Breaker of Storms, or 1 charge to call lightning.
How many charges total?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm throwing out the random number of 3, and we can tweak it out. But I think, Breaker of Storm should be a sizable amount, so it doesn't get abused, when they're out on a typhoon or whatever.
Yeah.
And, the DM's like, this is the big thing, and it's like, oh, wait, no, I'll just clear this up and we'll move on. Making them have to choose, wait a second, I can clear this storm, but I don't get to do my cool lightning, though.
Yeah. I feel like...
Because it's also legendary.
No, I like that. I feel like what could really, really be cool, though, is if we take... we do have charges. We have Call Lightning and Stormbreaker of Storms. But what's Call Lightning going to do? Like, depending on how powerful we make it, that's what it's going to take.
I mean, say 3rd level spell. 60-foot radius, 10 feet tall, storm clouds that you can then clear up because you're that guy. Flashes down. Each creature within 5 feet of the point must make a dex save. Takes 3d10 lightning. Or half as much on successes. And then on each of your turns till it spawns, you can use your action to call down lightning in this way.
Yeah, so what I think we should do is give them 6 to 8 charges. We'll talk about it.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk. We'll put down a number.
So for Call Lightning period, I feel like it should just be the actual like action effect. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just point to a place, boom.
Yeah, that's Thori. Just lightning, be like you. I don't like you, lightning.
Yeah, exactly.
So lightning strike that deals same damage, 3d10, or
I think it's a 3rd level. Well, it's a 3rd level spell. I think keep it 3d10.
On a legendary item.
Yeah, let's keep it 3d10 because it's a ranged attack. You can also already throw it, but up to 120 feet away, you can just go cool. 5 feet area attack, poof.
Yeah.
So that's pretty powerful.
Yeah, and it lets you do the Thor thing a lot more.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So I feel like this one, because we don't give them like the, hey, you can do this on an action, like for every turn up to 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
We should definitely make it only. Also, you don't get the ability to control a storm like Call Lightning does anyway.
Yeah.
Should definitely be like only 1 charge.
Yeah, 1 charge.
I feel like if we go this way, though, we should do like 6 charges total. And Stormbreaker or Breaker of Storms, we're calling the ability Breaker of Storms, that's on me, is 2 charges. That way you can like get a nice combination of both of them.
Yeah, you can mix and match, find what works for you.
Exactly.
Because really, if you're going to run into 3 storms in a single day, like, kudos to you. You deserve to clear all of those.
Exactly. And it regains 1 plus 1d6 charges each dawn.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
That way, is a little better than just up to the die, and you always have enough for at least 1 Stormbreaker. Or Breaker of Storms. God dang it me. But yeah. So, I think we have all of that. I'm just trying to think now. Is there...
We got the weapon.
We got the weapon.
We've got the cool thing that like sets it apart from most. It can be thrown, it's versatile, and then you can call lightning on people. Charges, we got how many you recover.
No, yes. So, after all this, I feel like,
we need to go ride the flavor train.
We need to ride the flavor train, but before that, I think this is time for a segment we'd like to call, Hey, Remember That Time?
Oh, God.
And, there's 2 reasons why I actually picked Stormbreaker for today. I said it was to be topical, which, we like to do here occasionally, maybe. We try. But also, Chris, in your own campaign, actually, that you DM for, you just had an end game of your own, huh?
Oh, yeah, huh?
Oh, yeah, huh? So, seeing how we like to slip in DM moments and all that good stuff here. I mean, tell us about how that felt.
We will not be spoiling Infinity War.
Good, yes, no, but you had an end game of your own where you had a climactic ending to your own session. So, how did that come?
Well, I mean, one of the things I really wanted to kind of have, my players have been, interacting with this world. They've gone planar. They went Marvel Cosmic. They've interacted with a variety of people. Some they loved, some they liked, some they didn't quite like, some they disliked, and some they even hated. I kind of wanted to show that that they did have an effect and that they have made. And so, the big moment was them, big bad evil guy, played by our very own Mr. Hershey, wanted to fuse the plane. A cataclysmic event, that could have dire ramifications. The sort of end of the world thing that you end a camp, because you just end up there, right?
As is usual. As is usual.
And I think my players realized, like maybe the session before the last, that they didn't have an army to assault the king and his castle, quite literally, and his massive militaristic Sparta-like country. And they realized how massively underpowered. They themselves are pretty strong, but they themselves do not make an army. And that session, the pre-session before the big final one, was fun because they had to go and actually ask the various people they've met on their journey, be like, hey, we're going to go fight a war. You want to help? Some of them were easier. Some of them were harder. But all of them were kind of like this fun moment of almost like this segment. Remember that time.
Exactly.
And so I think one of the things that my players sincerely enjoyed on their final trip through this, arc, this large campaign, was, they get into a tricky spot, right? They're surrounded by the Garsthamirian army. Yes, they were the Garsthamirians. Garstamir's the country. And they just see, a portal open as several orcs flooded in from the plane of fire because they made good friends with the god of war and fire. The flames of war, as people like to call them. And, they get into a spot like that. They need to get over, the battlefield in a quick way. It's like, well, one of the players want to marry a dragon. Hey, look, taxi cab, right?
Oh, dear God. Okay. So, that was a great time to remember.
Wow, yeah, like, oh man, screw the dragon, right? But no, overall, I think it was really fun to kind of put a pin and put an end to my first campaign that I ran. Learned a lot, and I'll be honest, I already started the next one.
Good to move on. But yeah, so felt like that would be a fun remember that time, showing off the fact you just ended a campaign.
Not by Stormbreaker.
Not you did not end it with Stormbreaker, no, but you could have. As all of you who listen. So, that was a segment we like to call, Hey, Remember That Time? And back to our regularly scheduled program, finishing up Stormbreaker. So, I think we got everything we need.
Actually, we don't. We're missing one key thing when it comes to a legendary and above item.
What?
Dear God, fuck what? Made this?
Oh,
like, who made this?
Oh,
who said, I am tired of my beach getting rained out, so let me just raise this axe, and just clear out, who made this? Really?
Who made an axe to act as an umbrella?
Yeah, basically, it's just a glorified umbrella.
It's just, oh God, you've made it great, Chris. It's just a glorified umbrella, and now all I can see is this being a gift from the god of air. So I feel like this is the story, The god of air made this powerful artifact, Stormbreaker, in response to a request from a hero, a champion of the mortal plane,
who was hydrophobic.
Not just hydrophobic, no. He just liked spending a good day on the beach. He just liked enjoying the sun, playing some beach volleyball,
He's a California surfer, bruh.
Damn straight. And he just liked enjoying his days, snorkeling, surfing, playing beach volleyball, and just taking up the rays, But he would hate it when it got rained on. So he just went around the world looking for ways to prevent rain and just trying to save.
And he just randomly helps out the god of air.
And no, during this time, he helps people and he becomes more powerful, and he becomes a hero of the people to the point that the god of air is like, yo, brah, what can I do for you, man? And then the hero looks up to the god of air and goes, bro, if there was something that could just stop me from getting rained on, that'd be pretty chill.
Did we just make the Big Lebowski as a D&D character?
I wasn't going to say anything, but yes, we did. And then the god of air went, I got you, bro. And upon 3 days and nights of intense debating with the god of water, the god of air then went, I got you, bro. Here is Stormbreaker. Hold it up above your head, and storms will pardon your way. And then the hero said, nice.
The reason the weapon can be thrown and as a bonus action be called back is so he can use it as a glorified hook to grab beverages and meats
Or fish. Or even
or
better.
fish.
Or better, it's just frisbee.
It's just frisbee.
Hey, bro, catch.
Go wild.
I got it, man. Whoa! Oh shit, man, I'm sorry. Come on back, Stormbreaker. Whoa!
So made by the god of air for a dude, bro. Hey, you know what? When we gave Rodan tea, we knew exactly what we were doing.
Oh boy.
So, all right. Well, there you have it. We got who the fuck made this, and I'm not sure I like the answer.
So in the end, we have created this wonderful, wonderful weapon. Hey, Heath.
Yeah.
Do you wanna tell the people at home what we've made today?
All right. So today on Chocolate Covered Gaming, we have made Stormbreaker, a legendary axe or a hammer, depending on your side of the argument. It is a versatile weapon, doing 1d8 or 1d10 with both hands. Damage plus 2d8 lightning damage on top of it. Its unique ability is called the Breaker of Storms, allowing it to clear rain or storm for 2 charges. At this point, you may be asking how many charges it has. Well, it has 6 charges, regaining 1 plus 1d6 charges per dawn. It can also use these charges to call lightning on a target up to 120 feet away, dealing 3d10 lightning damage, with a 5-foot radius costing only 1 charge. Finally, the weapon can be thrown like a frisbee at 60 feet and called back with a simple bonus action. It currently resides somewhere in the plane of air as a powerful artifact housed in an air shrine. In the eye of a storm, gripped by a statue that can just be taken. Also, there's elementals doing gardening and shit.
No, they're just it's actually a beach in the plane of air. They're all just surfing
it's just
on
an
waves.
air beach.
They're surfing on waves of air and just chilling. All of them have shades and hula necklaces on. They're just chill, bruh. Just take it, man. You made it here, bruh. Also, to note, call lightning will be a reflex save based on your. Let's go with Constitution, +8 plus proficiency. Just so it's not a free 3d10 lightning damage on someone.
Oh yeah.
That would be a little terrible.
So tell me that dex save again.
It's going to be 8 plus your Constitution modifier, plus proficiency. And also, it requires attunement. Figured that was obvious, but you know what? We didn't say it.
We didn't say it, therefore it was. Got to be attuned to the Breaker of Storms.
Yep. Another good thing to know is that it was made for the equivalent of the Big Lebowski in your D&D campaign by the God of Air, when the God of Air was like, yo, bruh, what can I do for you? And the hero said, I need me a way to stop the rain from ruining all my beach parties.
Then they made Stormbreaker the ultimate umbrella frisbee.
Exactly. And
also lightning, apparently.
Sometimes you need to grill stuff real quick.
I don't think that's how grilling works.
Doesn't matter. So, in the end, we have created a object, the Big Lebowski version of Stormbreaker. And
it does what it sets out to do.
Does what it sets out to do. And in the end, I think we can't strive to do better. Chris, is there anything you want to tell the people at home?
I have fun.
Have fun.
Don't If you give one of your players this and you throw them into a storm expecting that to be a problem, I'm sorry.
Well, okay, they made the first mistake, and that was give this to a player.
Give this to a non-Big Lebowski player.
You know, if one of your players is Big Lebowski enough, I feel like you should really consider giving this to them.
Give it to them at level 1. Just lean into it.
Don't let them know about it, though. They have to make that decision on their own. They have to bear the curse of Lebowski to receive
the curse of the dude.
The curse of the dude. Oh my god. Okay. I am breaking due to the beauty.
So is the storm.
Oh god. Well, Chris, how about you tell the nice people where they can contact us at if they want to accost us for creating such an item and bringing it into this world?
All right, if you want to send us your emails describing how this is not an accurate to the comic Stormbreaker and we've ruined this like Fox, you can email us at chocolatecoveredgamemail@gmail.com. That's chocolatecoveredgamemail@gmail.com. And if you want to listen to us create more things and then, really just, I don't even know what we do to them, but we do it more than once.
Chocolate. Cover them in sweet, sweet chocolate.
Oh, don't. Okay. Then you can find us at SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/2019_6097. That's 2019_6097 on SoundCloud. You'll find links to our YouTube and all of our previous episodes that you can listen to and enjoy.
Well, I think that's it. This has been Chocolate Covered Homebrew. We have created another item of infinite cosmic power. And we're sorry. We're just sorry.
Genuinely sorry.
Well, in the end, what else can you say than this is Chocolate Covered Homebrew? A wonderful, wonderful podcast about nightmarish homebrews.